Hey, this is Eve, author of Detox with Ease, and I have a website, detoxthebodymcs.com. A very severe case of, I don't say very severe, I'll just call it severe. So a lot of people had a lot worse, but it was really quite completely debilitating. Multiple chemical sensitivity, and in healing that, I learned so much. I healed 10 years ago, but I'm such a fanatic of health and healing, like that I keep healing and keep learning. So actually, just every year I feel so much better than the year before. And I want to talk to you about energy, because having energy in our body is having health and vitality. So this is a very important topic that is never really discussed in medicine, but I'm going to discuss it today. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, the bell button, and all. That way you can get notifications for when I come on live, and you can ask me any question. Feel free to ask any question you like, and it can be off topic. Hopefully it's about health, healing, and detox. But, whatever you want to put is fine. So when I had a chemical sensitivity, I also was very tired. And before that, I suffered for decades with dysthymic depression. And even before that, I always just thought I was lazy. I just felt like tired and I wouldn't do anything, And then when I had chemical sensitivity, it was even more. My body needed a lot of sleeping and a lot of rest and a lot of recovering. And so it was like a really sluggish life. And I don't know, I just thought there was something wrong with me and was defective. But now I realize that it's about energy. A lot of healing is about energy. So in the healing of my body, I really studied Joe Dispenza. Not only did I study him, I don't overstudy. I actually did the meditations, because you can study night and day and you're not going to improve any. I have my workout clothes on. So you have to actually do it. So I would do the meditations as part of my brain retraining, because I realized, brain retraining, neural retraining is one of the ways that people heal from chemical sensitivity and other issues. So after a while, you really get to know yourself. You're healing, you're meditating, you're doing yoga, and you feel better and better. So I would start to notice the things that give me more energy. And also I learned that, when we're sick and we're dying, we're in the bed and we're tired. When we're newborn babies, or when we feel great, we feel happy, we're full of energy and vitality and health. So health really is about energy. I've done a lot of acupuncture too, and that's like the whole basis of them, is to have the energy balance in the body so that you can use it correctly. Don't forget to smash the likes and put some comments. So a couple of years ago too, I realized my baseline would be like melancholic. So I'd be like, oh, I would feel really good a lot, but then I just kind of go back to that. That was my baseline. Like I had to do a lot of work to be like that. So I had this theory. I was like, well, I just need to get my baseline higher, like not low energy, just normal. So I worked quite a bit at that. I discovered this amazing technique that I created it. I would do acupuncture while listening to the Joe Dispenza meditation, which is the one I have is the old one from his books, Change the Habit of Being Yourself. He has newer ones, and I do have another one of his meditation, but I don't like it too much because my mind just drifts and wanders, and I don't even listen to it. So I don't know what he's up to now, but I have these whole meditations. They're an hour long. Like you could just lay in your bed and do an hour meditation. Like who has the patience for that? Nobody. But when you're getting the acupuncture, you could just lay there forever, because your body is put into this parasympathetic kind of alpha state where you're very relaxed. You're not bored, but you're not asleep. So I actually did this and it completely worked. I thought it would take a month, but it took many months. And then, my baseline is not slumpy, like on the couch. Like I never lay on the couch ever, ever. That used to be really kind of my default position. Would be like, go back to the couch. Never lay on the couch. I have a lot of energy. I have more energy than many people who are many decades younger than me. And I feel happy and I have vitality. So these things all go together. And I'm healthy. I haven't gotten any kind of illnesses or anything. I had a terrible head injury and spinal injury, and I'm recovering pretty good, pretty fast, because I have all this energy. So it's actually, there's a word for it. And I became a personal trainer, and I have a program that's probably in the links below. So ATP is the energy that we get from the sun, which goes into the plants. When we eat them, it's called ATP. And so how are we going to get this energy into our body? All right, I just have to tell you about the red light therapy, which I have mine right here. Ooh, this is the back of it. I have a big one. You can get a small one. I also have a link because it actually puts ATP in your body. All of my friends who have any pains, because it's good for the joints. I got it because I was having issues with my knees. But then I noticed immediately using this machine, I'll feel good. I still used to get a little sluggish back then, a little, afternoon lull. I mean, I still do sometimes, but, then it was more. And then I will put on the red light therapy. I would even just be like laying in my bed and I would like have it laying next to me. Turn it on, and within 5 minutes, I feel like, hey, what are you going to do today, So this is an amazing machine. If you can afford it, I bought it. It was my best investment. They do payments, and then they also have a smaller one. I studied up a lot to find out which was the best kind, because you can't just get any red light. It has to be the proper wavelength, the proper strength. So red light therapy is my number one way to get energy. Number two is so that meditation and the acupuncture that I did was for me to root out my most negative emotions. Your negative emotions are going to drain you. Worrying will make you exhausted. Do you ever just cry a whole bunch and then you just go to sleep? It's exhausting. Our emotions exhaust us. And even just low level negativity, for some reason, it just drains the energy right out of you. You're going to notice I made a video yesterday about how people can drain your energy. If you're around people that for some reason just don't agree with your energy, you're going to feel so tired. I have friends, I have certain friends that will like talk your ear off, and I get drained because I actually listen. I think other people have the ability to just tune people out and go like, But if you're talking to me, I will actually listen to every word you say. And then I get exhausted because you're not ever stopping. I have these friends that I love, but I have to not listen to them for too long. So other ways to increase your energy, one is to do the Wim Hof, which I do have an 8-minute abs program. And part of that program is we do Wim Hof every day around noon. So you're doing this kind of breathing. So breathing oxygenates your body. Oxygenation is going to give you a lot of energy. And it's going to make you super healthy. I also do ice baths. I mean, I know almost no one ever wants to do that. And I didn't want to do it either, but I tried it one day and I love it. I have a video. Look at my video, ice bath hack. It's super invigorating. Like you jump in the ice bath, and then you get this sort of calm, and then you feel happy immediately. Grounding in nature gives you energy because we have a lot of electricity and everything that we're dealing with. That will kind of like nurture us. The actual energy, the Schumann resonance, all that electromagnetic field of the earth actually give you energy. That's why they call it Mother Earth. It's nurturing, it's giving you energy. Things that take your energy away is doing lots of things you don't like. If you have a job you dislike, if your life is terrible, if somebody's around you giving you a hard time, just start paying attention to your energy and do the things that makes you feel good. And the things that don't make you feel good, try to avoid them if you can, or you can switch your mind around to make it seem not so bad. Because it's a choice. Of course, eating foods full of energy, lots of greens, I eat meat. I eat only really super healthy food, high density, nutrient dense foods, all kinds of herbs. I have some herbs growing in my window. Put those in the food. Detoxing will give you so much energy because your body takes a lot of energy to detox. Like every toxin that comes in, it has to get cleaned through your blood, through your liver, through your kidneys, through your skin. So detoxing will give you tons of energy. For some people, doing plant-based diet gives them lots of energy. That was not the case for me. Let's see, how else can we increase our energy? Just breathing is amazing. Red light is going out in the sun, very good. Don't overdo the sun. I was like a bit of a sun fanatic. If you're in the alternative health world, there's a lot of people who are like always in the sun, and always in the tanning bed, and saying how good their vitamin D is, but it did age my skin. So I did overdo it, and I regret it. So just get out there in the sun, but I wear sunscreen now on my face. How else to increase our energy? Basically that, super noticing where it's getting depleted. Watching the news, watching TV, like I'm very aware of my energy. So even I like comedy, stand-up comedy, but I'll notice a lot of them are kind of downers, anytime that you're not feeling good and you're feeling down or you're feeling afraid, that's can be like an energy drain. So the less you can stay in any kind of negative emotions, the less energy is going to be drained in that way. And some of them, maybe they're funny, but they're super negative. So there's like this background of like, oh, it's kind of sad, or depressing. And even really good shows sometimes have that too. So I like to keep my energy. I like to learn new things. I like to do new things. Challenging yourself will increase your energy. That's all I have to say. I just want to say a few things about the importance of your energy, and that we can optimize our energy. I did it. Like, I actually have so much energy. Literally. Like, I was doing martial arts like 2 hours a day, and these like 25-year-old guys would be panting and tired, and I would be like, hey, come on, let's go. Mushrooms are amazing. All these chaga and lion's mane, all these mushrooms that you can get. A lot of amazing foods gives energy. Chocolate, sprouts, broccoli sprouts. The more you can increase the good energy foods and decrease the ones that make you sluggish, the better you're going to feel. Those are my major hacks. I'm a true believer in red light therapy. If you can't afford a red light, just go outside. I did do sun gazing when I was sick. I didn't do it excessively like some people that I studied did. I think it was good. When you do it when the sun is very low and just for short amounts of time. When I was sick, I was very tired. And that's why chronic fatigue goes along with tons of other illnesses, because when you have an illness, you're tired. Sometimes you're just real tired, and you're not lazy, you're not that. So you got to be easy on yourself and just try to get more energy. But doing that Joe Dispenza, or finding any way to weed out your most negative emotions so that just they'll be smaller, meditation, mindfulness, all that stuff, whatever way you have to do it. You can get these machines now. Acupuncture is great because it's balancing your energy. What else do you do? Put your comments in the bottom, because I'd like to hear what other ways you guys use to increase your energy. But that's what I do. Lately, I'm super into these mushrooms, powders, and just actually buying real mushrooms from the store, cooking them. Have a great day. Ciao.